Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing, folks? If you were here bright and early, you've already seen me accidentally unplug the wrong audio cable and break all the sound. I think everything's fine. I think I fixed it all. Please let me know if you can hear me. I know that you can hear me, I think. I hope you can hear me. People are just going to write muted now no matter what, so there's no point in me actually asking for any genuine help. We're back live with Football Manager today. You know, that game that we play occasionally. Yeah, that's going on. We're managing Fjolnir in Iceland, and we left things top of the table. Which, you know what? Speaking of which, probably should have the game up on screen, really, shouldn't I? Probably should have that. That'd be a good thing to get planned. Right. I hope everything's okay today, folks. I hope you're all okay today. How have people's days been? Also, Jamie, mate, thank you so much for the 6 months in a row and 12 months total, dude. I appreciate the support massively. I know you're like one of the most active people about on Discord and stuff. And I know you are a very helpful member of the community, mate. I really do appreciate all the support that you do behind the scenes. My Wingull plush next to you wants to wish you luck, Jack. My first ever shiny Pokemon was a shiny Wingull. There's some WorkTheSpace trivia for you, chat. My first ever shiny was a shiny Wingull back in 2004. I got it on Route 2 of Pokemon Sapphire, and I was 10 years old at the time, and it was kind of before the internet was a massive thing, and I did not know that shiny Pokemon existed. I was so confused as to why it was blue, or green rather than blue. Anyway, we're taking over Fjolnir. I'd say that. We're already at Fjolnir. Just to catch you guys up who missed the last stream. We were cruising along, weren't we, last time? We played a lot of games yesterday on stream in not a lot of time, which was kind of refreshing, actually. It's weird. With Park to Prem, the save game is pretty slow because I'm about 15 years in the future. And just the further you get into the future, the slower the game gets. Whereas with this game, I hit continue and suddenly it just feels like we're at the next game. So we did get knocked out of the Icelandic Cup. Oh, it happened. I'm sorry. Valor are quite good. I mean, they're the best team in the country. So the fact they knocked us out, yeah, I'll get over it, mate. Hey, Whitey, I appreciate you making the kits, mate. When am I going to get Wonder Kids in the van? When we have the budget to sign anyone. I mean, in terms of budget, there is no budget. So, yeah, I mean, although, you know, Wonder Kids, who needs to buy Wonder Kids when we've got a youth intake in August? Also, when does the transfer window open for us? I think it opens in July. So the transfer window opens in July, and then when does it close? Because this is the summer transfer window. Okay, it's just a month. Just the month of July is transfer month. Hey, Harmison's making some good development. I feel like we've got a pretty settled 11 right now that's playing rather well. Like, we're not really scoring a lot of set pieces, which I guess isn't ideal, but open play-wise, the two Johnsons are scoring goals for fun. And Asamerjan's helping out quite a bit too. Axelson's out for 2 days. He'll be fine. Oh, this is the keeper I replaced, who's massively overpaid. I'm going to have to tell him I'm going to sell him. I'll have to sell you. Oh, he doesn't want to leave. Of course he doesn't want to leave. He's on £250 a week. He's robbing us. Our current goalkeeper's on 150 quid, and I'll just compare them here. In blue is the guy complaining about lack of first team football. Can you see why I think he's silly? Complaining about lack of, you're just not good enough. You're just massively overpaid. I know you're 20. There might be some potential there. Not good enough. I went for a quick kip after work. Went to sleep at 4:30 and woke up at 8. Currently sat with a pot noodle and a can of iron brew. Keeney, you are living the dream, my friend. What's my opinion on my Stream Deck? It's good. I like my Stream Deck. Yeah. I feel like a Stream Deck is a bit of a weird thing to have an opinion on. Like, because I suppose you're asking, Sammy, because you're thinking about getting one. I think the Stream Deck is really, really good at making a few little things convenient. There's probably cheaper ways you can achieve the same thing. But I think in terms of the overall package, the form factor, how it fits in with my setup, it does the job that I want it to do. And I've had mine like 2 years, so I'd recommend one if you're like looking for justification to get one, then yeah, it's good. Your sound is crackling. Does anyone know how to fix it? Well, I've just broken my audio setup earlier in the London area. It's probably a loose connection if it's crackling. Could be a loose connection. I would check whatever your audio output's plugged into. Right. Okay. Who we got first game today? We've got Vestry, who are bottom of the league, so we'll probably lose to them because that's how it works. They've won 1 in 7. Right. This is a game for the Johnsons. This is a game for the Johnsons. I wonder if being in Iceland increases your chances of a sun generating, given the population. Unfortunately not. That would be good if it did, though. Oh, my word. I said about 2 minutes ago, didn't I, that we've not scored any set pieces, and then that happens. I've just talked it into existence. It's a laptop, so it's not plugged into anything. Oh, so it's your laptop speakers. I would still hazard a guess it's a loose connection. I doubt it's something you'll be able to fix without taking it apart, I'm afraid to say. Oh, the Icelandic adventure is going very well. It's almost going too well. We had like a star player get injured for 10 months. Asamoah Gyan came in and like it solved all the problems. What's my European entrance? What do you mean, Tom? I'm in the 2nd division now, so I'll be honest, I've not really looked into all the different qualification means for Europe because we are years away from that. Although we're in the 1st division, but that's actually the 2nd tier down. That's an annoying header over. Hey, 4-4 flipping 2. I'm doing good, thank you, mate. When are we signing Dylan Crow? When I need a set piece merchant. Do I think the UK was robbed at Eurovision? No. The way the voting worked out, like, basically the higher up you finish in the public vote, the more points you score. And the way in which Spain, and I think it was mostly Spain missed out on, like, first votes would have meant that even if not the Ukrainian votes just didn't exist at all because they came second to Ukraine so much, they would have actually gained way more points than what they actually gained versus what the UK would have stood to have gained. But equally, I don't even, like, I don't know what I'm talking about, Eurovision, but at the end of the day, like, Eurovision has always been influenced by current affairs and stuff when it comes to the voting, so it's part of what it is. We are top of the league, Snarg. We are top of the league. We've kicked things off today against the team who are bottom. We won 2 massive games last stream against the teams directly behind us that set us up really well. Hey, Popag. I still say Popag and Papa G, just swapping it constantly. Thank you, mate, for the 22 months. That's not good. That's not good. How does the national... I don't understand your question, Kilgore. How does this national youth system work then? I'm confused as to what you're asking. I want to win the Champions League, Mr. Enforcer. I want to win the Champions League, and I want to see Icelandic football climb up the FIFA rankings. What song is this? Song is Know the Feeling by Half Noise. So last year on Twitch, we won the Champions League with a 3rd division Swedish team in 9 years. I would like to win the Champions League in Iceland I'm never going to be able to do it in 9 years because of the rules around homegrown players and stuff. But I'd like to win. I think it's possible to win the Champions League. If they score here, okay, we're fine. I forgot to make any subs. I've got very complacent here. I'm just vibing. I feel like whenever I stream, I should lower the pace between highlights in Football Manager so I have less time to get lost in tangents. Weezers99, thank you for the 9 months. For some reason, there's something really satisfying about your name ending in 99 and you subbing for 9 months. Thank you, mate. I might take on the Icelandic national team job. I'm not a massive lover of national management, to be honest. So it would depend on at what point the Icelandic national team job became available, I think. Let's get these players rested. What features would I want for FM23? Are we really talking about FM23 in May? Are we really? I know people just want to hear my thoughts on it. It's May. Like, the next Football Manager's like half a year away. Can we just enjoy the current game? Is it possible to rewatch the Swedish save? Unfortunately, it's not Uchese, but the team I was manager was Bromma Poikina. How does dynamic youth rating work? I've not actually looked into it extensively, Kilgore, so I don't know. I tend to not enjoy... I know this isn't Z loves doing. Z loves, like, testing out the inner workings of Football Manager and figuring out the game. You know, optimal training, optimal scouting and stuff. I feel like, for me personally, I don't want to know everything. Like, there's information and stuff that Football Manager just deliberately obscures away from you. But I don't want to see how the sausage is made. So, like, when it comes to, like, youth ratings, I don't really like to test them and work out all the, like, ways it works. Because I feel like that in itself just kind of ruins some of the magic. And the most brutal thing is 7 years to gain nationality in Iceland. I mean, does that matter that much? I guess for non-EU players it does, because you can only have 3 non-EU players in your 11 on the pitch. Is there much benefit to get a nationality? I guess if you're looking to convert players over to be Icelandic. What features would I like in FM 2062? Well, I hope there's a new match engine by then. And yeah, Airfin, I agree. The season is going... more injuries. It's mad how quickly the season's going forward here in Iceland. We're just like on one of those runs of form in Football Manager where things are just clicking. And I don't really want to change stuff. Would the game know when a volcano erupts and no foreign players can fly in? What do you think, Maya? Do you think they've programmed that into the game? It is a 22-game season, to Will. And youth intakes in Iceland are in August. We've got Grotta next. Where are Grotta? They're in 5th. They were predicted to do... I was about to say quite well. I guess 5th is top half. It's weird, right? Like, we're in a really, really good spot. We've beaten a lot of the teams directly behind us, but... there's not many games left of the season and we're not many points clear. Like, the seasons in Iceland are going to be mad. So for people who don't know, in Iceland, the seasons in the league are only 22 games long in the 2nd division and the top division. So you do get through seasons way, way quicker. But equally, injuries are way more punishing. And in terms of how the season syncs up with major European competitions, it gets a little bit messy. Because the group stage of the Champions League is going on when it's like the off-season at the end of the year in Iceland. Also, why is this kit kind of combination of the blue and yellow so satisfying? They've just scored. It's not ideal. If you're in the league, do I go into the playoffs? You do if you finish top of the top league, JNH DMS, but we're not in the top division of Iceland. Does rain and snow have any effect on the match engine? Yes. It impacts how the ball moves along the ground, and when it's raining, especially raining heavily, it impacts the goalkeeper's tendency to pick up the ball from crosses versus punching, for example. So when it's raining, because the ball's more slippy, goalkeepers are more likely to punch stuff away than catch it. They just scored a goal like this. They just scored one from this exact situation. They've nearly scored another. How long's the break in the winter? So the season runs, the main league season runs from May to September. So it's like a 4-month season. There is a League Cup that happens between February and March that's like a mini, like pre-season-y kind of competition where the 24 teams, the 24 teams in the Icelandic top 2 divisions get put into 4 groups of 6 and play against each other, and then the top team from the 4 groups go into a semi-final and a final. Do I ever alter pitch dimensions? Sometimes. We do have a gazebo at our home ground, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure we have a gazebo. We've got back into this game completely against run of play, although their XG was massively boosted by that rebound into an open net. Okay, this has been a game where neither team is playing well. But it's fine. Sometimes you just play badly. We've not done that much this year. I've got to be waiting for it all to come crumbling down. So Fjolnir, who were managing, were relegated last year from the top division. Our media prediction is 3rd. We are currently top. Only the top 2 teams go up automatically. Right, Jonsson, Paulsen, Carl. Bloody Carl. To the second best Jonsson. To good Jonsson. There's so many Jonssons, Carl. Just float it. Asamoah back post. I was a little bit ambitious. I was a little bit ambitious. Rude, I'm watching the 2nd/3rd Bundesliga relegation. The home team is losing 2-0 in the 91st minute, and the home fans are throwing firecrackers and stuff onto the pitch. Is that Hertha Berlin playing? I can't remember who they're playing. Is it that game tonight? What's the score in aggregate? Is it Hamburg? Hamburg winning 3-0. What happened in the game yesterday, chat? I missed the game yesterday. What was the score? Was it Hamburg v Hertha? Oh, Hertha won. Disaster. Disaster. Everyone wanted Hertha to go down, right? Would have been a good FM save. Asamoah good Jonsson! The 17-year-old Icelandic under-19 international steps up, and it's a home run into the top corner. That's mad. Cranky Bugger, thank you for subbing with the Prime Gaming. That was a mental goal by the left back on the half volley into the top bins. Oh my word, that was a sick goal. All right. The second best Jonsson's not been good. Let's bring in Thomason. Thomason, have you got up to 3 jumping reach yet? No. His strength will go up to 2, hopefully, at some point. Hjalmarsson's on the booking. I'm going to bring in Vic. Now, I loaned Vic from our affiliate Tromso and said he'd play regularly. That was a lie. Oh, we'll step up. Oh, Cranky Booger, you're the guy who made that meme. I hate you. Nah, it was all in good fun. Hey, Brickbrook, how you doing, mate? Appreciate the love. Lurk away, my friend. Thank you so much for the 3 months. That's a big win. That was against the team who were in 5th. Chat, are we really going to go up first year? I mean, FRAM have got a game in hand that if they win, it gets closer. We're in a really good spot from here, right? We're in a really good spot. We should be fine. Right, the next team we're taking on are called 4. Just 4. That is their name. They've not done very well. They're 4, managed by Folakesson. Or Falaker Arneson. Falakerson. Just merge his name all into one. Why not? Hey, take care, Cranky Bugger. Appreciate the love. All right, Fram just got a last-minute winner in their game in hand. I mean, it's still very close, isn't it? At the very, very top. Fram and IBV seem like the two teams who are going to cause us issues, and they were the two teams predicted to finish above us. So it's maybe not surprising that they're the two teams on our heel. We're almost at the halfway point in the season, I realise. Does it count if I go unbeaten in this half a season format? Look at all these free agents, by the way, being offered. Why do I recognise the name Zeki Fries? Did he used to play for, like, Palace's youth team years ago? He did play for Palace years ago. He played in the Premier League. That's why I recognise him. Man, that's a fall from grace. He must have had issues with injuries or something, right? Yeah. Yeah, he did have problems with injuries. He's not even that good. Bless him. Right, transfer window opens. Who's joining us when the transfer window opens? Oh, this guy. I forgot we agreed to sign this guy. We agreed to sign him, but he couldn't join us until he turned 18, so he doesn't join us for 6 months, and now he's coming, and I probably don't need him. Be fine. We'll deal with it. Jobble Sport. For some reason, your name looks really Dutch to me. Please let me know if it is or isn't. Mate, thank you for the 14 months, though. Do we have a rival club? Does our club even have a rival club? We have no rivals. No one hates us. I decided I hate FRAM, I think. Look at their badge and look at their rubbish stadium with their little van and mobile home off to the side. I think I hate FRAM. Albertson inspires a FRAM win. He's not even good. He's got 4 goals in 7. Hate FRAM. They got a rubbish badge and a rubbish manager. The weird thing here is, like, not many of our big earners have contracts expiring at the end of this year or even next year. Because the contract expiry date in Iceland is October. Please don't ask why, chat. It's October. I guess that's because when the season ends, but it feels weird. Does anyone else feel uncomfortable seeing contracts end in October? Does anyone else feel... I feel uncomfortable. It doesn't look right. It's bothering me. It's bothering me. I don't know why. I've got to get used to it. I'm here for the long haul. All right, the transfer window is open. Now, I would quite like to get rid of my backup goalkeeper, who wants him? Mjällby AIF, they must be, Swedish. They're in the Swedish Premier Division. I'll offer him out for 20k. We're going fishing in Sweden. He's unhappy with his asking price. Carl, solve the issue. Thank you, Carl. No one made an offer. Can you find a new club? I think he's going to be a pain in my arse. Mjällby. How about 12.5k and percentage of profit of next sale of 50%? Here's the thing. He's our backup goalkeeper, but he's on £100 more than our first choice. I kind of just need to get rid of him. He's earning way too much for how fewer games he's playing. I feel like we're not gonna get that move done. Can I get Anderson registered? I can. Good stuff. Jack, do you ever have personal FM saves these days, or is it too much time investment? I've not had personal FM saves in 9 years. Is the honest answer. Like sometimes during the beta period, I might sneak one in if I've got some free time. Obviously, I sometimes get early access to Football Manager for content and stuff, and sometimes then I'll do a save game, like just off screen and stuff. I have not had a personal FM save in a decade that I've committed more than maybe a season and a half to. I just don't have time. Is like the reality. Like, and also when I spend 8 to 10 hours every weekday playing Football Manager, talking over Football Manager, editing Football Manager videos. Like when I like theoretically get home from work, the last thing I think is, I want to do more Football Manager now. Like, I love my job, and I love that I'm in a privileged position to be able to do what I do for a job. I still very much treat it as a job, everyone, because if I didn't, I'd just get burnt out. You know, there's times when the new game comes out, and I probably could play 16 hours a day if I wanted to, but I wouldn't be able to do that all year round, which is probably counterintuitive. Hey, Darrell, dude, thank you so much for the 21 months. Darrell, I still have the flashbacks to when I said your name incorrectly almost 2 years ago. Your 5-year-old wants to know what time I go to bed. Oh, God. What time did I go to bed yesterday? I think I went to bed yesterday at 3 in the morning. I'm working on it. I'm working on fixing my sleeping pattern. Yesterday, I finished streaming just before midnight, and then I had to edit the next day's video, and then I was just a bit hyper alert. I couldn't switch off. Don't worry, chat. I was up at 9 a.m. this morning. It's a bad example for the kids. I'm sorry. Don't be like me, kids. Any kids watching? I'm sorry. I'm a bad example. Go to bed when your parents tell you to. They're wise. My RFM, thank you for subbing with the tier 1. I'm working on it, chat. I'm working on it. Okay, leave me alone. I've been shamed. Where did our 17-year-old centre defensive mid go? Was it Yudison? Yeah, Yudison is good. I say that. He's been declining a load recently. Getting back in the team. Have I ever played Crusader Kings? I played it on stream once with Zealand, having never played it before. And I felt so lost. I don't know. I've played more other historical games, right? Like, I used to work on the Total War games, but for me, I prefer real-time strategy over kind of grand strategy. Hey, Olaf Melbeard. Thank you so much for 12 months also. Olaf Melberg is one of my favourite footballers ever. I don't know why. I don't know why Olaf Melberg was one of my favourite players growing up as a little kid. Like, as a younger person, chat, like when you were like 10 or 11, did you have any footballers from other teams that you just like thought were cool? I always thought that Olaf Melberg was he just seemed like a very good example. Model professional. This is the bit where someone's going to come out saying, don't you remember the scandal he was involved in? No. Darren Huckabee for you. Darren Huckabee was a baller on his day. Darren Huckabee for like Man City, and then he went to Norwich and got them promoted. Same season they loaned Peter Crouch for half a year. He was a baller. Carnu, Gamps Pedersen. Oh, Pedersen used to score screamers back in the day, didn't he? Seb Larson. There's a name I've not thought about in years. We all have those players, right? Just random players. Like, not even necessarily the best footballers. Like, some of them were, but others are just like, they'd score bangers or just, you know, do stuff that you'd find entertaining. Oh, my word, Axelson. Nearly dinked the keeper there. I hope the second best Johnson... Wait, what? Chat, did I take off the second best Johnson? Was I... How much in autopilot am I? I need to concentrate on the game. Did I make a sub? When did I make that sub? Am I going crazy? I guess I'm going crazy. Please send help, chat. I think I went crazy a while ago. I've made a sub very early on here. He is the second best Johnson, though. So maybe that's why I took him off. Was it like a recommendation and I just hit yes on it? It was a genuine, honest mistake, chat. I'm going to slow the highlight down between highlights. Just so I have a bit more time. When I'm streaming, like, I'm not always paying 100% attention to the game. Sometimes the whole half just finishes. It's not ideal. It's not ideal. Wu has just scored for them. How good is Wu? I mean, he's South Korean, I assume. And he's playing in Iceland, so he must be good, right? Man's a baller. He played for unknown club. He played for an unknown club in it. I mean, that is journeyman of journeyman. I didn't even know there was a K4 league. Fair play, mate. Also, they have scored against the run of play there. This is a problem. Not ideal. Hey, I do. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Chat, nothing is happening. Also, I've slowed this down too much between highlights, haven't I? There we go. That's better. Has anyone noticed that Scandinavian players in FM are really well-rounded and consistent? I think there's a preference amongst researchers or something. I think that is probably more confirmation bias than anything. Like, the whole of Scandinavia is not done by a single researcher. Like, there'll be the regional researchers and stuff who screen the data. I think probably what some of it is that players have less attributes filled out, especially at the lower levels. The game generates them based on player roles and the positions that they have. So you do end up getting more well-rounded players that are very suited to a specific role. Okay, we need another goal here. We need another goal. Thomason, on you come for Carl. Now, one issue I've got is because of all the injuries, we're a bit short on strikers. So, you know what? Sigurd Steinsson is coming on. 17 years old. He looks good, right? I'm not going crazy when I say he looks good. Like, for our level, 13 acceleration, 13 pace with good finishing, good determination. He's gonna score. I can feel it. On his senior debut. It's going to happen. It's been going good, Mr. Wednesday, until this game here. I really can't afford to drop points against 4 of all teams. Right. Get it forward. Jonsson. Axelsson. That is questionable goalkeeping by their goalie. For our level, David Zidane, his composure is exceptional, which isn't really saying a lot, but... I know that we have 5 subs, Keeney, but I don't have any more attacking players to bring on. I've got 2 senior first-team strikers injured. We should get to the youth intake, Gemini. We should get to it in August. Right, 1-1. I'm embarrassed. We're still unbeaten. Wait, did other people slip up? Oh, IBV's Drew. Get in there. That's big. Okay. Nothing's really changed, is the good news. The good news is that we've bottled it, but so's everyone else. Have you noticed here? We're scraping by a lot of 2-1s, aren't we? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of our last 10 games have finished 2-1 to us. It's not mega convincing, but we'll take it. Those are games that could easily swing the other way. When is the youth intake? I said August. Was it August? It is August. So the transfer window's open, but unless I get this backup striker of ours sold, there's no way I can make anything happen. All right, next game is against Vikinger, who are in 7th. See, they're only 10 points behind us. There's only 12 games left of the year. The next game is the halfway point in the season. That's mad, isn't it? This is the 2nd division, Teus. Right. Does someone... Please, can someone just bid on this guy? Should I just give... I just want his wages off the book as much as anything. 50% of next sale, 7.5. Iceland do send teams to UEFA tournaments. Revolution. The league doesn't split at any point, Minty. You were thinking of when we looked at Finland, when we were looking through leagues, I think. We had a look at Finland, which had some mad split. No, Iceland is straightforward. It is just you play 22 games in a season. So the weird thing is in Iceland, our league season is kind of between May and October, right? But what that means is that once we start getting to European competitions, we're going to be in this weird spot where our league season ends and the group stage and not like, you know, qualifying rounds are just beginning. It's going to make juggling fixtures and keeping players fit in the off-season really tricky. And also it means that, obviously, traditionally, in your club off-season, you do big rebuilds, right? Like, you make all your transfers whenever that is. But once we're in European competitions and once we really advance to the save game, we're going to play for a Champions League group stage. Then it's our off-season. You can only change 3 players in your European squad, you know, between the group stage and the knockouts. But that period, for most teams, obviously, is the winter, you know, mid-season period. For us, it's the off-season. So our squad building is going to be very focused around getting loads and loads of stuff done in July transfer windows in the future. Jack, any other... I guess that's any other leagues with short seasons that could be good you know of. Iceland is pretty short. I think a few of the Scandinavian leagues are, like, short. Yeah, we're going to have to get a lot of friendlies done, I think, to keep people happy. Okay, IBV just beat FRAM. That's probably the worst possible result there. Because if FRAM had won, that would have knocked IBV, like, further away from us in 3rd. Oh, FRAM, you had one job. For God's sake, FRAM. You had one job to just beat IBV and keep them, you know, away from us in 3rd. All my homies hate FRAM. Icelandic national team production. It's not great, is it? This is the total number of Icelandic footballers produced by Icelandic clubs. There have been 6 players who play in the Icelandic national team produced at Icelandic clubs in real life. Hopefully that's going to change in the future. We have already played FRAM once. We played FRAM and IBV back-to-back. We actually play them back-to-back in August. They're going to be the big 2 games for us. So they're August 19th and August 13th. When do we play Grota and Grindavik? We have Grota near the end, and Grindavik we've actually got coming up. That's a tricky game. They're in 5th. They're going pretty strong. I'm really, really liking this league format with how short the season is. I feel like the off-season will be weird, and there might be times where it is a bit slower. But it means that every season is just hyper-competitive. Asima Gyan chat has not been doing it lately. Look at that. He's not scored in 4. Not ideal. Do I reckon I'll finish the season today? I doubt we'll be finishing the season today. I think it's most likely we'll be finishing it Thursday. I believe, chat, and this isn't 100% confirmed, I don't think there's any network game going on this week. Because Z can't do Thursday. Kev's got a hospital appointment or something. And then there's Comic-Con on the Friday, so we can't push it back later in the week either because Kev's not around. But, like, since it's not on, I will just be streaming my regular save game. And obviously it's the conference. Is it the Conference League tomorrow? I realise I've planned my entire stream schedule around the fact that I'm assuming it's the Conference League tomorrow. And I've just not checked it. It is tomorrow, excellent. And it's Roma v Feyenoord, right? I think it's Roma Feyenoord. Should be a good game. I can't pretend that I've been watching the Conference League intensely, but I'll be checking it out for sure. Has anyone watched any Conference League? Is it bad that I've not watched any of it? Like, even when Spurs were in it, I wasn't really watching it. It's because it clashes with the Europa League, right? Like, it's always, like, on at the same time as the more prominent competition. So, you know, if there's a number of games on, I don't even know if you can watch all the Conference League games in England, to be honest. I'm not going to pretend I've watched a load of it, but I'll check out the final for sure. Who do I think will win? Probably Roma, I think. Sorry, Feyenoord fans. I'd probably rather see Feyenoord win it, but I think Roma will probably win it. Oh, you can watch it on the BT website, but not many are on actual channels. Interesting. But yeah, look, I'll be checking that out tomorrow. So yeah, there's no stream tomorrow night because of the Conference League. But we should be live on Thursday with more of this. And then on Friday, there should be a stream on Friday, but it'll be a little bit later than usual. Kind of 9 p.m.-ish, which I guess is the time we start today. I wanted to start earlier, but I've got some stuff going on to juggle. All right, Olafson's over the free kick here for them. If they score right before half-time, I'm fine. That's a mad free kick, to be fair. That is a mad free kick, to be fair. Right. Can we respond? This is the test of champions. Can we respond? Of course we can respond. Hans-Victor Gudmundsson. You beautiful man, a product of the Youth Academy. The fans love him. He's a fan favourite, the 24-year-old centre-back. He leaps like a salmon. He stings like a bee. And Vikinger, we're sending them packing up and back to Denmark. Go back to where you belong. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. We'll take that. That was good. That was good. Right. Second half. Gyan's still not done anything. Oh, so Yullison's on a booking. That scares me. Let's bring in Leosen. I feel like I should be using Leosen more. Like, he's not the craziest player. He's a bit of a Mr. Versatile. Like, he's not bad. I've not really started him enough to justify those wages. So there's going to be players like him who have a contract next year who are probably not good enough for my first team that I'm going to need to try and ship on, which is going to be tricky. Right. Draws don't really help me right now. We need wins. Referee's gone through the back of Carl. Leave Carl alone. Leosen switches it to Jonsson. Gyan. Right back Jonsson. Mate, you're our best crosser in the team. What can you do? That's not what I expected. Have a go, Leosen. I'm a tactical genius. I am a tactical genius. What a sub. Inspired. That's why I've brought on Leosen. Maybe I should start him more. I feel like he scored one of these earlier. Is anyone else getting deja vu? I feel like he's done that before this year. Oh my word. What's his long shots? 6 long shots. He's got a good technique. I mean, no idea how he's done that. I want to check his goal. To be fair, he's got 27 goals in 200 games, which actually isn't bad for a centre mid. He's played a lot at the top level as well, I'm noticing here. He had a little trip to Denmark, and now he's back with us. Oh. All right, 2-1 up. Oh, the other team's ballsing it up that I need to. They're not even playing. The teams we need to slip up aren't even playing. Right. Asamoah been awful. Thomason, Sigurd Steinson can come in. Carl, you've been bad. You know what? Let's just get in some fresh legs for the non-performers. Oh, Gian keeps it in. I mean, if he scores now, do I cancel the change? There's a chance. I love the fact that Lee Stone there is trying to claim that the goal that was scored is all down to Jonsson being our best crosser. To be fair, it was a great ball back to Leosen. It was on a plate for him, really. Right, I'm going to bring in Vic to end the game here. This is done, right? This is done. Leosen floats it to the second best Jonsson. Leosen, what a sub, my son. He's starting the next game. Chat, remind me after this game, we're putting Leosen back in the team. Oh my word. He left to go and play in Denmark for a couple of years. He learned how Vikings operate, and now he's come and liberated Fjolnir from the Vikingers. Oh my word. We shut them down in that second half. Subbed on Leosen, and then they didn't have a shot. Coincidence? I think not. Wait, did the other teams already play and slip up? Wait, was their head-to-head game the most... I'm confused here. Was their head-to-head game the most recent one? Oh, yeah, it was. I mean, we're in a great position now, aren't we? We're scraping by. I'll be honest. We've had a couple of games where we've scored a load, but the reality is that we have won a lot by a singular goal margin this year. But I'm okay with that, you know. You just a win is a win. 3 points is 3 points. We just have to finish top 2 to get promoted. Also, the second best Jonsson's good, isn't he? Love the second best Jonsson. Right, Grindavik are next. They're in 4th, so this should actually be a bit of a test for us away from home. I'd quite like to go unbeaten. Jack, don't do a Holly. What did Holly do with Hull? Did she finish 2nd in the end? Hey, Mitchie, we're not talking about the Leafs. I'm fragile. I'm fragile. We don't talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs here, okay, chat? I mean, to be fair, actually, no, we can talk about them because how good were the Leafs against Tampa? I mean, imagine being the Florida Panthers and getting just swept 4-0. Panthers are awful. When Tampa win it all, I'm going to look back and go, well, the Leafs took them to a Game 7 and lost by a singular goal. Right. If we win this, I start to believe, I think. If we can beat Grindavik here, I believe. Also, is this guy wearing it? Is he wearing a school uniform aged 30? I have questions. Apparently he used to play for us. To be fair, he actually has a pretty good goal scoring record, and then he stopped scoring and Fjolnir went down. Now he plays for FRAM. I feel disgusted. Do I still play Eastside Hockey Manager? I've not really got into a safe game of Eastside Hockey Manager or even Franchise Hockey Manager in a few years, to be honest. I go through phases of enjoying them, but because I obviously play sports management games for a living, that it's not really on the top of my to-do list in my free time. Wait, is that the Eremenko? Did he get a drug ban at one point, Roman Eremenko? Am I remembering that correctly? He didn't play in the 17-18 season, so I guess that's when his drug ban was. I don't think I hallucinated that. He's not very good. Oh, it was cocaine. I thought it was PEDs. I don't know if that makes it slightly better or worse there. It wasn't performing enhancing drugs he was on. He's just doing cocaine. Does that make it better or worse? I mean, both are not ideal, are they? Let's be honest. Right, let's put this on the player search view. Is there anyone good who's Icelandic who's on our radar? This guy. I don't have any money to sign anyone. Am I just giving away our old backup goalkeeper, chat? I think at this point, I'm just trying to give him away with like a percentage of profit that's quite hefty. Stop crying nonsense, solve the issue. Oh. Okay, I can't be, I'm just trying to force him out the club. He'll be fine. Right, let's take on Grundavik here. Who would be my local hockey team? I think it would probably be the Guildford Flames, but they're not that local to me at all. Okay. I guess we go full strength here, but I've got to play Leoson, right? I have to play him after that last game. He came on off the bench and transformed it. So he'll now play awful in this game. Jonsson's been really good at right back. And Gudmundsson got that big goal in the last game. I'm just thinking about Juleson. So Juleson is our first choice left back, right? But I dropped him when he got suspended. I've been playing Gudmundsson, who's 18, and Gudmundsson's played as well as him. I probably should play the guy in blue, shouldn't I? I probably should play the guy in blue when you look at that comparison. We'll put Gudmundsson on the bench. Right. Let's see how we get on. Is it Pear Checky Post to the Guildford Flames? It is. Hey, USAless, how you doing? I've beaten the alert. Hey, thank you for the 23 months. That is a long, long ass time. I really do appreciate the support, dude. I hope you're doing good. We need to try and organise a mod draft night in the next few weeks. Certainly in the next few months. I say that knowing that I've got a really busy few months, but we'll find a weekend for it, I hope. Okay, we're in a black kit today. Is this our third kit? I don't think we've played in this before. Does anyone else get really thrown off when their team plays in a colour they're not used to cheering in? Or is that just a me thing? It just feels like a special occasion when the third kit gets pulled out. I mean, Grundavik are quite good. I don't like Grundavik. They're quite good, though. They're in fourth. This is the kind of game that we lose and it starts a downward spiral. But if we win, I start to believe. Away! Right. Gian wins his header. Also, I learnt, chat, that Asamoah Gyan released an autobiography last month. He's written a book about his life. I did look at getting it. It's £25 for the paperback on Amazon. He's taking the piss. I'm not. He might be a great footballer. I'm not spending 25 quid on a paperback. Especially, it's not complete. It doesn't have the chapter on when he went to Iceland. I just like third kits. I'm simple. Right. There is still time for us to come back here. Leoson to Jonsson. It's a great ball. Gian, give it to Gian. Give it to him. Or do that! Finish let me down. Hey, Keynes, how's it going? 25 quid just to say he hates Luis Suarez. I mean, that game was bad, wasn't it? Someone donate £25. Chat, please don't. I don't want your donations for a Asamoah Gyan autobiography, which is probably awful. Apparently it's on Kindle for like £8. I don't even have a Kindle. Do I get just a PDF I can read on my computer? I'm not even sure it's worth it then. I should write to him asking if he wants an audio book making and I'll read it. I'd kill for a point redemption for you to read a passage of the Gyan biography. Can you imagine? There's no way it can be good, right? A footballer autobiography and he's charging 25 quid for it. To me, it just sounds like he's run out of money and he's just trying to, milk the last little bit of his career. I had one review on Amazon. I didn't actually see if the review was good or not. I just like third kits. I'm simple. Right. There's still time for us to come back here. Leoson to Jonsson. It's a great ball. Gian, give it to Gian. Give it to him. Or do that! Finish let me down. Hey, Keynes, how's it going? 25 quid just to say he hates Luis Suarez. I mean, that game was bad, wasn't it? Someone donate £25. Chat, please don't. That's a mad goal. That's a mad goal. How did that go in? Is it in off the underside of the crossbar? I can't really be mad about it. At least IBV aren't winning. Good news for us, IBV aren't winning. I didn't see how FRAM are doing. FRAM ballsing up. Okay, FRAM and IBV are both drawing. So this is actually okay. If there's a game to lose, it's probably this one. Yellison's coming off for good Johnson. Oh, FRAM are winning. I hate FRAM. All my homies hate FRAM. Now, the issue we have got with this team is we really don't have that much quality to change a game. I'm going to bring in Thomason and play him at Shadow Striker in behind. That's my game plan. Bring on the pacey kid with no jumping ability. I'm going to take off Gian. I think I'm bringing Axelson too. I forgot that we're playing our low block system where we sit back behind the ball, then look to catch teams out. Who said you had to have crazy high line pressing tactics to do well this year? Have we found the Barry of the save game? I think it's FRAM. I think FRAM are Barry. The one review just says, good book and rates it 5 stars. Do you reckon he bought the book himself and just reviewed it? Oh, Axelson, on off the bench, please. You're a wazzock. You're a wazzock. More predictions today. We'll get a prediction go for the next game, Henners. Oh, if we score that, we can come back. Is the IBV game still 0-0? Oh, they're going to score again, aren't they? Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Guian's been okay so far, Aiden. He's got some game-winning goals. We are about to lose our first game of the season unless we can make a big comeback late. Which, you know what? I don't think we're out of this yet. I want to believe. I've just noticed. How small is Axelson in 3D? Axelson in 3D. Axelson is tiny. He's like a child. We've scored. How tall is Axelson? I know we've scored, but there's more important things to check. How tall is he? He's Diddy in the match engine. 164 centimetres. He's got 1 jumping reach and 1 strength. He's not going to be great at winning headers at the back post. Jack, have you seen that Talaros from Argentina interested in signing Dean Windass's son Josh? I haven't. I've played against Dean Windass's son Josh in a football tournament before. Played against him in a 5-a-side at the Hull Stadium. What is Hull Stadium called now? It used to be called the KC years ago. That's what I wanted to call it, but it's not been called that in a while. If we get another goal back here, would I stay foot on the gas going for the win? Or would it be smart to be sensible? I mean, we have to get that goal first. Omerson switches it over. Now with Axelson. The second best Jonsson's been really good on the left for us. And then he does that! I'm calm. The secret to football management is to not get stressed in these high-intensity environments. Diamonds are forged under pressure, and I'm a diamond. They've got a hammer and hit me, and the diamond smashed. Couldn't make it up, could you? I'm a diamond. Diamonds are forged under pressure. Then a guy called Hammer scores. Brilliant. Literally couldn't make it up. I'm a little diamond set down, and the hammer whack, smash, it's gone everywhere. God damn it. I mean, we've not even been that bad here, but They took their chances. They might take another chance. I mean, the unbeaten season's not going to happen. And these guys are predicted to finish 4th. So they are good. It is getting a little bit embarrassing now. You know how black cats are considered unlucky? Maybe the black kit's unlucky. You could be onto something. You could be onto... Yeah, I guess it is confusing for our players, the fact that they're all in blue and yellow. They're our colours. Not ideal. Right, okay. It's all fine. Did IBV and FRAM both win? Oh, IBV drew. I mean, they're both 4 points. And now, oh God, Grindavik, because they won that. I mean, they've not only have they wrecked our goal difference. Oh God. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. There's only 10 games left of the season. Oh, Thomason's out for a while. Thomason has only just got to 2 jumping reach. He's probably going to go back down to 1 now he's injured. All right, our next game is against the team in 10th. So this is the perfect game to bounce back in. Can I recall Hymerson? No. He's on loan at Empoli for another year. Can I offer him a new contract? Oh, I can. I can't give him the money that he wants. We're going to have a falling out here, aren't we? He hates me. He actually, I can't give him those wages. You'll get over it later. He's on loan at Empoli for another year. Hymerson. He's really good for our level, but he's on loan in Italy. They've got an option to buy him for mega cheap, like 16,000. He's only contracted with us until the end of next year, but he's on loan with Empoli until next summer. Weird situation. I have a feeling they'll just trigger that option to buy. Who was that with all the red arrows? Jullison is... It's not a great training, is it? By the 17-year-old. He's made some improvements as a footballer over the last 3 months. The squad's character's had a positive effect. Are we looking at the same player? Ingi Murison. Are you looking at the same guy as me? I think you're giving me the wrong report. Right, should we do a prediction, Chan? Will Asamoah Gyan score in the next game? He's not scored in like 6. In fact, he's been awful in the last 6 games. I need to have a chat with him about his recent form. What does it mean if a goalkeeper has low eccentricity? It just means they're more likely to not do anything crazy. I mean, you can mouse set over any attribute and it'll tell you what the attribute is. Eccentricity isn't a tendency to... isn't like an ability or anything. It's just the tendency to do the unexpected. Right, chat, the prediction is live. He's not scored in a while. Could he score in the next one? Can he do it? Asamoah Gyan. I want to believe. It's going good, thank you, Dougie. Yeah, it's going really good. We're 12 games into the season. We've just lost our first game of the year, so we're looking to bounce back against After-Elding, who are currently down in 10th. I think they're the team we've got next, right? Yeah, we've got After-Elding. Then we've got Cordre? I don't know. We're taking on the teams in 10th and 11th next. We need to get good results there. Our next 3 games are pretty winnable, I feel like. They're games that we should win and put ourselves in a really good position to end the year now that we're here. Oh, God, there's lots of channel points on the line on will Asamoah Gyan score. He's not scored in a while, everyone. I just want to remind you of that. I'm going to offer out our backup keeper out for nothing. I don't want to pay a backup goalie £250 a week. Like, that is mad. No one wants him even for free. No one wants him even for free. Which, I'll be honest, not a great sign. I just need him off the wages. Because we're over the wage budget and he's my backup goalkeeper and he's on £100 more than my first choice goalkeeper. 100k on yes. I respect it. You know, I wish that the chat had more belief in general, but the majority of you seem convinced that Gyan ain't scoring. Right, who have IBV got? So IBV are taking on Vestry, who are bottom. So then we have to care about Grindavik. So Grindavik are taking on the team we take on in our next game. And FRAM are taking on Grotta in 5th. So hopefully FRAM drop points. We've got a lot of defenders booking away from a suspension. Not ideal. I'm going to put Gudjonsson back into the team, I think. 18 years old, cap for the Icelandic under-19 squad. He's been good so far. Gudmundsson's been our star man, I feel like, this year in terms of defence. He's been so, so good. I kind of want to get him on a new deal. I can't give you a wage rise, mate, but I can give you a fat, long contract. That top division wage rise, we can't afford. Why are you asking for so much? Why are you doing this to me? Okay. Year extension, same terms as his current deal. I think it's worth getting him on that. Hey, Joey, thank you so much for the 24 months. Your mum says hi. Hi, Joey's mum. I hope Joey's been well behaved today. If he hasn't been, then feel free to confiscate his laptop. Jack, did you see the how to sign players for free by Clates? It's kind of a hack that you could abuse in your current save. No, I haven't seen it. I probably won't use it anyway. But yeah, there's been a few exploits recently, hasn't there, where you can get players for free, pretty much. Right, is Gyan going to get a goal for the people? We're hoping so. Mike, we are in Iceland. I think does it say in the title? Does it say in the title of the stream that we're managing in Iceland? I think I put it in there. If I didn't, that's an oversight. I will sort it. Okay, half an hour gone. Nothing has happened. Nothing is happening. Could someone let Asamoah Gyan know that he's meant to score? If they score now. Can we counter? Can we counter? Look at him go. Look at the work rate. Look at him. It's not great. I'll click on him so we constantly have his name up. I want to believe. There he is. He's going to square it. The people want you to shoot, but you shouldn't. It's a great ball in. It's not a great header at the end of it. They've not had a shot yet. But it's still 0-0. It's not ideal. Grindavik are losing. That's good for us. Fram are winning. God damn it, Fram! Who's a bigger legend? Paul Smith, Matthew Lewis, Mike Frost. Oh. For me personally, I'd go Paul Smith. There's not many players in my Let's Plays on YouTube who go from player to coach and are actually good as a coach. All right, we need a goal. Is that an own goal? I think it's an own goal. I'm going to take it. I'm not going to complain. All my homies ate Fram. How did this go in? This was weird. Yeah, that guy slide tackled it in. I love the fact everyone's now asking, like, Shvetsov? Mike Frost? I mean, if I say the name Paul Smith, how many people even know the save game that's from? The Australian legendary winger, Paul Smith, and his Canadian partner in crime, Joe Bouchard. The streets will remember. Glenn Gilbert. Take a Balmason from left back. It was Apex. Spurite knows. Good save game. Good times. Okay, that's awful by them. Good Johnson. I've brought him into the team today, the youngster. Do something magical. Leoson to the second best Johnson. Where is... Gian is getting to the back post, everyone. He's lurking. He's lurking. He's still lurking. The ball's not getting to him. Oh, Mosca. What a player. Gibraltarian football legend. Okay, 20 minutes left. IBV are drawing. That's a very good result if that can stay like that. If these two results here stay like that, we're good. Fram winning is annoying, but I'll deal with it. All right, Jonsson's got a book in. Snorrison we're going to change up. Chat, I want to take him off, but I'm going to keep him on for you guys who believed. I want it known. Ten minutes. 10 minutes. Vestry, who are bottom. Hold on, Vestry. I mean, we should probably focus on our own game, I realise, but I feel like this is done. This has got to be done, right? There's no... I mean, if Gian could score, great. I've put him in the middle. Nothing's happening. I feel bad for the believers, but he has just stopped playing football. Hasn't he? He has just stopped playing ball. He got 6.6. At least right back Johnson did well. Chat, I'm sorry to the believers. The people who believed. Okay, so IBV did end up drawing, so the gap to them is still 6 points now. Grundavik lost, so that's a really good result for them. So that kind of removes them from the equation. Looks like it's going to be ourselves, Fram, and IBV. The last save is on pause / life support is probably a better word for it. I don't think Socho's going to be coming back Route 1. Right. We've now got Cordrangear in 6 days. I'm sad that he's forgotten how to score today as Gian. Someone asked, is his best role deep line forward? It's definitely one of his best roles, I'll be honest. At this point in his career, he doesn't really have a good role. When do we play Fram? We play Fram soon. We play Fram in 4 games' time, and then we've got IBV straight after that. So those could be a big couple of games for us. I like the fact I want to do a meeting to discuss transfer strategy. He wants to remind them that we literally have no money. Does anyone want Lingby want our goalkeeper? Lingby. Is the transfer window even open in Denmark for Lingby to make an offer? Let's offer him out for nothing. A no sell on. I doubt it'll get sold on for anything anyway. Okay, Lingby now make an offer. Get him gone. The board have decided to cancel it. We'll offer him. The board have decided that we can't sell him for free. I hate this board. The man's owed £250 as my backup goalkeeper. Which means in the next 20 weeks we lose 5 grand on him anyway. So we might as well let him go for free now, because if we don't sell him this window, the fee that they're holding out for is basically just going to be spent on his wages. Not ideal. Hey, Caffeine, I'm doing really good, thank you. Really good. I've had a busy AF day, though, today. Today's been one of those days, chat, where there's just loads of stuff going on. I've had a decorator around for a quote. I've done a video that's been recorded with an unnamed YouTuber that will be coming out in the near future. So when that's out, I'll let you guys know more. Lingby, I'm going to buy him for the price that our board want us to sell him for. I guess I'll offer him out for 5 and just see, but I'm not optimistic. Otherwise, I might have to loan him and hope someone will pick up his wages. But £250 is a lot of money for a goalkeeper of his quality. It's not Ben. It's not someone you'd be able to guess, chat. Let's try loaning him out with teams paying all of his wages. Any spoilers and part to Prem? Absolutely not. To be clear, it is a Football Manager guy. Although, you know, Geo Wizard, Tom Scott, great creators in their own right. Chat, I'm not going to tell you, so spamming guesses is not going to get you anywhere. No one wants to sign our backup goalie, and I can't really blame them. I'd really like to just get rid of him for free. Maybe I can sell him for free now, you know. A couple of days have passed. Lingby have made an offer. Oh, Fjornir have offered me a new contract. I forgot my contract was expiring at the end of the year. Yeah, I guess we should sort this out, really. Now, I'm happy to skimp out on some wages for a longer deal. A 2-year deal on £250 per week. That gives me the same amount of compensation they'd have to pay out if they terminate me early. I've signed a new deal, everyone. We're here for the long haul. Right, I'm going to have to ask the board. They don't want... they're not happy with this situation. I'm not happy with this situation. No one's happy with this situation. Hey, Raytan Jr., mate, thank you very much for resubbing. 4 months. Did you choose Fjornir or apply for the job? I did choose them. Yeah, I chose them. Recently relegated. I thought they'd be a fun team with some good facilities. I've already tried to loan him out, Smedge. You got to pay attention, Smedge. No, to be fair, I understand, chat, if you've got me on in the background. I understand if you've got me on in the background, you might miss key stuff. But if I offer a guy out for loan and then you write in the chat 2 days after I've offered him out for loan, should offer him out for loan. You know that gif where it's like the guy pulling the face note, the question mark spam above his head? That's me. Right. Now, I thought this game was going to be a freebie, but then they just upset the odds. Also, apparently I shouldn't offer Gian a new contract because he's not good enough. Do we go with the sunk cost fallacy? Do people want another prediction on, well, will Gian score? Do Lingby have any players you could swap with? I don't want to swap Keeney because I just want to get the player off my wages, so I'm below the wage budget. I'm not looking to sign anyone new. I just want a backup off the wages. Would I go for the Iceland job if it comes up? If the time was right, probably not in the next few years. Okay, our best right back is out injured, which is not ideal, but we'll make it work. I think we'll play Gudmundsson at right back and then play Vik in the middle. You know, I did promise Tromso I was going to use, and I've not really used him. So sorry, Tromso, our affiliates. They're probably not happy with me right now. Jonsson's been really crap lately. I have to see. Wait, has Gian's stamina gone down to... Oh, wait, no, it was already on 3. It was his acceleration that was on 6 and went down to 5. He's great, chat. Don't judge him. Mods, are we doing a prediction or am I going into the game, or has the prediction happened and I missed it? Can you sort it? Is that okay, Sparrow? Just for like a minute, though. Play Gian in the middle as a striker, as a poacher. I mean, I don't feel like we need to change anything too radically. Like, the goals are flowing. Now, we have the best goal difference in the league. There's not been a game this year where we've not scored. So, like, whilst we have got a few players who aren't really scoring, like, the goals aren't an issue, I don't think. Right, chat, there's a prediction live. There is a prediction live right now. Will Gian score in the next game? We're taking on the team in 11th. Elsewhere, IBV are taking on Grotta. Grotta, if you want to do me a favour, that would be amazing. And FRAM are taking on 4 away from home. Do people actually use poachers? Apparently, I'm not one of those people. Are you sure this guy's good? Injury prone, inconsistent, and hates big matches. I just don't think you understand Asamoah Gyan. I think you don't understand him. Barak. This guy, one of the greatest footballers ever to play in the Premier League. Hall of Fame contender. Halfway through the season, who is my player of the season so far? I mean, the second best Jonsson's been very good. As has right back Jonsson, to be fair. It's probably between those two. Thorhausen's not been bad. He either turns up or he just doesn't play well. But I think I'd probably give it to right back Jonsson. I feel like he's been very, very good this year at right back. Leoson's done okay. I mean, the second best Jonsson is kind of just doing all of his work under the radar, I feel like. When you look at the ratings here, it's very rare he has a bad game. Right. Let's get into this. Let's get into this. Couple of little changes at the back, but nothing too radical. If we win this one, we're in a really good position. If we lose this one, we're in trouble because we've got IBV and FRAM coming up. We are a second division team, Barak. We're playing... Leoson, no! A thigh injury. That sounds not good. All right, let's try Ullison at CDM. As the kind of... I say CDM. He's playing centre mid, but it's the defensive one. Had been playing him at left back, but I'm trying to give Gudjonsson more game time. But Ullison is probably good enough to start. That's what he can do as that kind of defensive mid. That's not very pog, chat. It's not very pog. I feel like this first season we're getting through things pretty quickly because there's not a load of transfers going on and there's not a load of planning for the future, you know. We kind of have to work out what division we're going to be in next year and then start to kind of plan players in and out. It's kind of difficult to do too much planning this year because we have so little money. It's just about trying to do our talking on the pitch. Which, to be fair, at the moment, their talking is a nattering. We're having a good old chit-chat on the pitch. If we don't go up this year, I'd be pretty gutted, I feel like, now. We've been, like, top of the table for so long. But I know that we've got FRAM and IBV back-to-back on the horizon, and those two games do scare me. Oh, he's there. Can he finish it for the believers? Shout out to the believers at home. Shout out to the believers. You know what? Maybe he just wasn't getting the bounces. I feel like he just wasn't getting the bounces. Who had that on their bingo card? Half an hour in, he's got the goal. He's got the goal. Asamoah Gyan. To any non-believers, I'm really sorry. To the believers, thank you for being a believer. That's a lot of channel points that have been lost. Can we get some Fs in the chat? I've just lost 38k on that. James's pingo, I'm sorry. That's why you shouldn't doubt him. 38k. Who put 11k on yes? Endo Blastic had 11k on yes. Endo, I respect the belief. IBV are losing their game. That's really good. FRAM are winning. That's less good. I feel like IBV have started to slip up a little bit. I think it could be ourselves and FRAM in the top 2 spots. You're loving the shipping containers in the background of our stadium. Our stadium is fantastic. Look at this. Look at our trees. These are the world's biggest trees behind our ground. We've got the triple gazebo. The bench that nobody sits in. It's a very characteristic stadium. I realise this game is only 1-0. This could still go wrong very quickly. We got to get another. I don't like this. I don't like this. Bloody hell. Pettersson's made a good stop. Pettersson has made a good stop. We love that. That is the Guyane that you think it is. If you're coming and going, is that Asamoah Guyane up top for you? Yes, it is. His autobiography came out this week in real life. So not an ad, not a sponsorship, but check it out. There will not be a stream tomorrow. So just a little reminder, guys. There's no stream tomorrow because of the Conference League final. On Thursday, I don't think the network game is happening. I don't think that's confirmed yet, but it's looking unlikely, I believe. So I think that we're going to be streaming on Thursday non-network game stuff. Did I have a game in the snow yet? We did have some pre-season games in the snow that were good. So Gerdson's going forward for them. I don't like this. That was good, wasn't it? That was good. My players can't do that. The physics on that ball are mad. All right. I feel like I should make some changes. What's just happened? I'm shell-shocked. Now, one thing we definitely lack in our team is in this situation, attacking players. We've got a load of defensive mids. And a distinct lack of attackers. All right, Sigurd Steinsson, on you come. That was bonkers. Oh, God. IBV are losing. IBV are losing. FRAM are winning. So this isn't disastrous. If they score, it gets disastrous. I'm fine. I'm fine. If we score now, it's massively against the run of play, but I'll take it. No way. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I love him. I love him. I think I'm in love. He's just lurking away at the back post. Someone mocked him for free stamina. He can still do that. He can still do that. Back post nods it down. Oh, my word. Asamoah Guyane on an 8.2. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know of him, you know of him now. Told by my coaching staff he's not good enough to give a new contract to. Elsewhere, FRAM won, IBV lost. Which means we are now 9 points in the automatic promotion spots. Chat, I don't want to say it too loudly. But with 8 games left of the year, I think we're going up. I mean, FRAM keep winning, which is a bit annoying. Leoson's out for 6 or 7 weeks. That's his season over. He's ended his goal drought. He'd played 10 hours of competitive football. Not ideal. 10 hours without a goal. Gets 2 when it matters. Oh, that Leoson injury is a pain in the butt. Right, let's get Jonsson back into the team. Is Thomason fit enough for the bench? Maybe for the next game in a week. We don't have enough attackers with all these injuries we're getting. Like, our team was already a little bit attacker light. Obviously, Hafthorson got injured for the entire year. He's still out for 6 months. He was out for 10 months when he got injured. So Leoson getting injured and Thomason getting injured leaves us very light. How am I getting such awful luck with injuries? I think it's probably that we're semi-pro and actually the schedule is pretty intense, right? Because the Icelandic season is only 4.5 months long. Like the actual compactness of the games and the gaps between them is kind of mad. Oh, we've got Selfoss in third coming up, then FRAM, then IBV. So that run of 3 games could be big. And we've got Throtter before that. Now, the transfer deadline is coming up. I've not got any money to sign anyone. Any Tronso players you get on loan. All the good Tronso players don't want to come and play for me. At least that was the situation before. I guess we could have a look again now. Tromsø. I've just clicked on Norway there as opposed to looking at Tromsø's team. But yeah, when I looked through Tromsø's team before, they didn't really have a load of attackers that would be what we're looking for. They have loads of young defenders. I think Mikkelsen didn't think we were good enough. Yeah, they want Mikkelsen to be higher quality players. I think this is going to be our issue. Like, these players just aren't good enough, are they? They're just not good enough. We're going to go Pro 1 coming up. Probably not. There's no professional teams in the league above us in Football Manager terms. Like, financially, there is not a load of money in Icelandic football. It's going to be a long slog, chat. No, we don't have a lot of money. Like, even just getting to be one of the biggest teams in Iceland is going to be tough because Valor here, right? They are going through... They start in the Champions League qualifiers. They got knocked out by Helsinki's team, but they've just beaten Hibernians. It's not Scottish Hibernians, it's Malta's Hibernians. I was getting very confused by the badge there for a second. So they're in the Euro Cup 2 qualifying rounds, Valor. So they're getting like a fair amount of money. Not a load of money, but for an Icelandic club, still a lot of money. Just by playing in Europe, like the European qualifiers. Which are going to make challenging them tough. So the transfer deadline day is coming up. I feel like I should be doing stuff. Oh, deadline day passed. Wait, is there not deadline day in Iceland? I know some countries don't have it. I guess we don't get the fancy graphics, everyone. Well, that's sad. Minus £100,000. I think that I'm under the assumption and understanding that is normal for the league. And that will be sorted by the end of the season. We'll find out if that's actually the case. It's only the top countries, you think. Iceland's a top country, damn it. Wow, Grotta got all the way to the semi-final and lost to Valor. Fair play, Grotta. We got knocked out to Valor in the cup as well. Right, Frotter are up next. They've climbed up the table a little bit since I last looked. Wait, so there is 8 games left of the season. There's still 24 points on offer. Still a fair bit could change. We've played lots of the lower teams around us. Hey, Ian, how's it going? We started a new save game this week. Yeah, this goes for anyone, I suppose. We started a new save game this week, chat, in Iceland for people coming on in. We are managing the team you can see here, Fjolnir. Recently relegated from the Icelandic top division in real life. We've taken over them. We're currently top of the league. We're looking to make Iceland the best nation in Europe. That might be a lofty, ambitious goal. Maybe I'll just settle for me winning the Champions League. But yeah, if you enjoyed the Brommapoikina save game last year, think that kind of vibe. When's our youth intake? I think it's in 2 weeks. I think it's someone said mid-August earlier. It's sometime in August. I'm not expecting a great deal. My head of youth development says it's an excellent intake, but has given C's as the highest rating for the position. So quite what that actually means, question marks have to be made. Right. I want to win this game. Who are FRAM playing? So FRAM are playing Vikinger. IBV are taking on 4 and Selfos are taking on Grindavik. Grindavik, if you could do me a favour, that'd be great. Do I try and play the same team that played the last game? I think we do. Carl has not been the creative force I hoped he'd be in our team, by the way. He's on a lot of money for a man who's really not doing very well. Also, I've not really criticised the bad trainers or praised the good trainers. Like, most of the trainers are actually training okay. Let's be positive. Let's be nice to our players. They might be part-time. They might have 1 training session a week. But they train bloody hard in that 1 training session. What I am noticing is with our incredibly young teams, I click through all these players. There are green arrows next to all their like attributes, which is good. Do we want another Gian prediction chat? Do you guys really want to get upset about him scoring or not scoring again? Mod, you know what to do. He's learnt Icelandic. Fair play to him. His contract's up in 2 months, but he has learnt Icelandic now. How much has he declined since he joined us? Not as much as I thought he had, to be fair. Chat, the prediction is live. Is Gian going to score in this next game? He scored 2 in the last one, having not scored in 10 hours. So at this point, anything's possible. I'm going to try the second best Johnson and Johnson swapped around. I don't know what to do about this Johnson. He should be immense for this level, but he's just not scoring. He's playing all the games as well. Start the season hot. It's just slowed down a little bit. See what the second best Johnson can do through the middle. I don't love Carl, but I do not have centre mid attacking options. It's kind of hilarious, isn't it? The fact we've got Thomason with 2 jumping reach and 1 strength. We've then got Axelson with 1 jumping reach and 1 strength. And then we've got Sigurd Steinson, who actually is probably the better of the 3 in terms of the physicals on the whole. Could do with a target man. All right, the Gian prediction is ongoing. You know what? I hope for the benefit of the believers he gets a goal. I don't know if I'd be predicting yes on it. It is the Asamoah Gyan. It's the real deal, Ian. He's learned good Icelandic in 6 months. You can't question his work ethic, folks. We paid that money for that course and he learnt the language. Right, come on, lads. Oh, well, we have got to wait for the prediction to finish, you know. We can't kick off before the prediction's closed. 57,000 channel points on yes, he will score. 56,000 on no, he won't score. There is no consensus. It's pretty much 50-50 on the channel points. Well, there's somebody named Gyanson. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm close to nicknaming him Gyanson. We've got a chance. It's played forward. Unfortunately, Gian goes short on corners, so you're not going to see him score from a corner. FRAM are winning early on. That's annoying. We want IBV to lose. Oh, God. If they all start winning and we start losing, it's not looking good. I mean, look, we've got a cushion. If we win all our remaining games, we stay top. Our fate is in our own hands. They are dominating us here in terms of actual shots. Right. The second best Johnson to Gian. Lays it to right back Johnson. Can he go short? He should go short to here. That works. Oh. I mean, he's got the assist and it's an unbelievable goal. I know it's not what people are looking for, but that was bloody good. I was a fan. He knocks it through the middle. Knocks it for... Oh, it's 1 touches. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That was so, so nice. A Man City type of goal. We don't talk about Man City here, please. I'm fragile, chat. I'm fragile. Just get the camera out of my face. Get out. I'm not ready. Okay. I mean, we're doing what we can. Unfortunately, everyone else is doing what they can. What was that? Okay, it was offside. It was offside. At the break, a goal up. We're better. We're better than them. Just going to tell players I'm delighted. Probably inviting in some complacency, but I'm happy. Let's get another. Gyan is not going to score from these corners, I'm afraid to say. Unless it comes to him here. I convinced myself that was going in for a second. With all the long shots we've seen go in today. I feel like the Icelandic lower league is just a league of long shots, it feels like. Hey, Lanky Midget, mate. Thank you so much for the resub for 23 months. Now you're on the move. Did I miss your sub? I feel like I read your message but didn't acknowledge the fact you'd subbed. Apologies, mate. Oh my god, we've scored. We're good. We're good. Calm, everyone. Now we just have to get Gyan a goal. Name on the roof. Thank you very much for the resub, buddy. Oh, everyone remain calm. Everything's good. Not sure what the goalkeeper's doing there, but we don't question that bit. That bit's irrelevant. Not sure what their goalie's doing either. 2 goals up. Everyone else is winning that we don't want to win. Annoying. Bloody FRAM are 3-0 up. All my homies hate FRAM. Right. Shout some words of encouragement. Oh, come on, 4. Make the comeback. Blondal for them. If they get 1 back, do I have to start panicking? Do I have to start panicking at that point? Oh, I don't, because we're going to go up the other end and score, please. Moving the second best Johnson into the middle might be the play, chat. That might be the play. He's been playing at left centre forward in our front 3. We've moved him and the other Johnson around, and the other Johnson is now just turning provider. Oh. Life's good, everyone. Life's good. LG. They're not sponsoring the streams at the moment, LG. You don't have to buy their products. 3-0 up. Good vibes. Good vibes only. Right, 4. If you could get a comeback, that would really make my day. We nearly scored again. Hey, Rob SD. Thank you very much for subbing with the Prime. Thank you for giving me some of Jeff Bezos' hard-earned cash. I appreciate you. They're not coming back, are they? It's fine. It's done. I'm gonna tell myself it's done. Oh, don't score. I just want a nice, relaxing last 10 minutes. Why have you got to do this to me, Football Manager? Where's my bottle of water? My drink. There's not much of it left, chat. We're running on fumes. Bloody hell. 4. If you could get a goal, that would make me really, really happy. I didn't realise the second best Johnson got a hat-trick this game. At what point do I nickname him the best Johnson? Also, I haven't made any subs here, but it's one of those games where we're just going to vibe. Who needs subs? Overrated. Get rid of subs. They're not needed in modern football. Okay, so IBV did manage to win. Selfos drew. That's a really good result for us. 9 points in, 18 points left on offer. The second best Johnson got a hattie. I'm a fan. The second best Johnson finds a way, everyone. The second best Johnson is the cream of the crop. Great nickname. Lingby have offered nothing for that guy again. We'll just accept it. Oh, the board. Just... He's not worth us keeping. I know our transfer window's closed, but he's our backup goalkeeper, and we've got another goalie. Lyngby don't want to pay the money for him. Don't Lyngby have really sick facilities in-game? I say really sick. They're good facilities in-game. No one is buying our backup goalie, are they? His wages are too high for us and for anyone else. So we've got Selfoss, then we've got FRAM. Is it mad to anyone else that we're probably going to finish the league season on Thursday? Like after, what, 4 streams? 3 streams of the league. Obviously, because it's a new save game, the game progresses way quicker. But because the league seasons are only 22 games long in a season in Iceland, there's going to be lots of chill-out downtime in the pre-seasons where we're planning, I feel like. There once was a player called Gian, a striker which Jack was a fan. Jack said, "You're my man, get in the van," and he bagged a lot in Iceland. You know what, Minty? That is modern art. Get that published in a book. Get that in his autobiography as far as I'm concerned. Oh, chat, mods, we need to pay out on the prediction. Gian didn't score. Alex, I appreciate the love for the music. Obviously, if you're a VOD watcher, you don't get the music. Apologies for that. Yeah, when we raid someone at the end of the stream chat, we'll put in the Gian copy pasta. Right. If we win against Selfoss, we're in a really good spot. He didn't score. We won 3-1. He did not get a goal. Oh, right. Right. What happened to my... What happened to the guy I had at centre-back? Where's he gone? I think it was just Vic. I must have misclicked. I kind of don't want to change anything. Like, we're playing quite well. Is there any plans to do more network saves? I mean, the network game is still going on, right? The network game is every Thursday. Although I'm assuming some people... I assume Z has finished stream now. Chat, if you were in Z's stream today, did he mention anything about the network game? He did mention to me earlier that he probably couldn't do Thursday and Kev couldn't do Friday. So I don't think there's a network game stream this week. That's not confirmed. That's just like what I've heard through the grapevine. Is there's no network game this week. So if there isn't any network game this week, I will stream this instead on Thursday. Oh, you mean like more than one a week? Probably not. We did have a chat about it, but like, for example, for me personally, it makes not a lot of sense from a kind of business POV to do multiple network game streams. Like, as is the nature of the beast, when you have the, like, 4 people streaming, me, Kev, Ben, Z, like, we just cannibalize each other's views. And like, when the network game streams on, like, my chat is quieter, which I don't mind, but there are just less people watching. Like, the chat bothers me less, but it's just, there's far fewer people watching, which then impacts my ability to generate money, not just in terms of ads, but also when I go to brands and we're talking about average views and stuff on streams. And it's already a pretty big commitment of 4 hours a week at kind of a semi-set time. Okay, we're a goal up. We can chillax, although IBV are winning and I hate it. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, it was Gian who scored. I wasn't even paying attention to who scored it. I want to watch it again. Was it a good goal? Was it a good goal? Well, it was a good finish. Good finish. Questionable goalkeeper. Good finish. No, Ron, I'll be honest. I'm not the best expert to ask about Iceland. This is my first time ever managing in Iceland, and I'm less than a full season in. Well, we've not been good in this game, but we are winning. That's kind of been our brand this year. That has been our brand this year. We don't... There's lots of games where we don't really deserve to win, but we just kind of... pardon my French. We just out a win. Oh, Johnson, please. He hadn't scored in ages, and then he scores that. That's the finish he does after, like, 15 hours of not scoring. Okay. Okay. I mean, we'll take it. Second best Johnson gets the flip on for the best Johnson, who probably isn't the best Johnson at the moment, but on paper is the better Johnson. Good finish. Little dink. 3 shots on target. 2 have gone in. And FRAM are losing. It gets better. F*** you, FRAM. Pardon my French. Sorry, Mum, if you're watching. Nothing personal against FRAM, but I have decided I hate FRAM. Conference League final prediction. I want Feyenoord to win, but I think Roma will win. If I was going to give a scoreline, I'd go 3-1 Roma. Oh my God, Pettersson, are you going to get there? Got keeper? Keeper. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. Johansson whips it in. I mean, if they get 1 back, we're in trouble. Do I need to panic? That's a minute into the second half. It's not ideal. You know it's not ideal because I've slumped in my chair. You know what, chat? I think I have to initiate the stand-up desk. It's getting very serious. It's getting very right. Stand-up desk is initiated. Oh, just stretch. Just get the quads done. Oh, right. I'll say all of that. The game's still just playing in the background. Okay, Viking are just equalised against IBV. That's good for us. These results are all quite good for us if we can just get a win. But as we've already discussed, we have a minor issue here with our current squad. We have no attacking midfielders and very few attacking striking options to bring on. Right, Fjolnir, Selfoss. Hold on, boys. Why am I clasping my hands together and praying? Don't do it to me, Football Manager. It's fine. It's fine. Everyone remain calm. Calm. I said calm, everyone. Everything's going okay. Oh, IBV are losing. IBV are losing. That is massive. Gyan's picked up a knock. I've got to take him off, chat. I can't risk injuries. Our team are so tired. Just one last shout of encouragement. PMA chat. Positive mental attitude. Oh, IBV have just scored. They've equalised in their game. It's all kicking off. I need a yogurt. Why did I shout encourage? I got an Actimel immune system yogurt. Is this technically a yogurt? It doesn't say yogurt anywhere, but it's a yogurty, milky shot of vitamins. Nah, screw it. We'll play for the draw. I think IBV drew 2-2. I've got a moustache now from it. I mean, I'll be honest, we just ran out of steam in that second half. Okay, IBV could only get a draw, so the gap stays at 9 points with 6 games left. We're fine. Everything's fine. How long had Johnson gone without scoring? Over 10 hours! Well done, mate. You played better that game. We have a game in a matter of days. We are not ready. By the way, chat, is it just me or have I had an absurd amount of injuries this season and just suspensions constantly? I feel like we've constantly been juggling just injuries and just not really had a settled 11 at all. Sorjesk, thank you so much for the 10 months with the tier 1. Right, I've rested the players. We've got FRAM in 3 days, and then we've got IBV after that. These next 2 games, we could, we could secure the title and be in cruise control, or we could be panicking like crazy. I'm hoping it's not going to be the panicking like crazy. By the way, if you're new around here, we hate FRAM. We don't like FRAM that we're taking on in this next game. All my homies hate FRAM. Look at them. Look at their rubbish little badge and their rubbish little stadium. Not a fan of FRAM. Do I have any physios? Look, I do have a spot for a physio. I don't have the money to be able to afford a physio. Is the reality. I mean, our current financial predicament doesn't really allow the budget for a physio. I mean, we do have a head physio called Magnus Berkir Hilmarsson, but like we can't afford another physio. Real question, FRAM or Barry? I mean, FRAM aren't as bad as Barry. Let's be honest, chat. There's levels on how bad teams are. All my homies hate Barry. All my homies hate Barry. Look at them with their little cockerel on their badge. Look at me on Barry with my little black cock on my badge. Pathetic club. Pathetic. Yeah, FRAM ain't got nothing on them. I just realised what I said a second ago. That is, don't clip that. Don't clip that. Right. I mean, I'd like to have a more attacking player on the bench, but they just don't exist. I guess we'll have Gear Lassen on the bench. Okay, I need to beat FRAM. I don't have options. We're going to have to go with this team. Do people believe? I think I believe. I'm nervous. Can you tell I'm bouncy? That's how you know I'm nervous. IPV are also playing today. If we win and IPV lose, biblical scenes. Right. Get the ball forward. We don't have Gian on the pitch, though. He's on the bench because he's got a knock that he's recovering from. Oh, FRAM, don't do it to me. It's fine. Everyone remain calm. Is everyone else calm? Oh, IBV are winning. If we now lose this, everything's going to go wrong. I can feel it. We've been at the top for so long, but our next 2 games are the 2 ones that we really need to win. It's not ideal. I'll be honest with you, it's not ideal. It's such a cheeky finish. We need to win. We need to win. We're playing so badly. Oh, Grunewald got an equaliser. Okay, calm. 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 Oh, they've bloody gone ahead again. Uncalm. Uncalm. I'm stressed. Maybe if I go wider on the can we get a door cam from here? Oh, chat, door cam doesn't fit. There's no door in door cam when I'm stood up. I should really focus on the game of Football Manager that I'm playing, shouldn't I? Oh, now I've ballsed up the zoom. I'll never get it back to the right spot ever again. Oh, right. Bloody hell. What have I got myself into? Johnson to Johnson. Come on, second half we go, boys. We get into them. We get into them for house and do it for me, lad. Come on, my son. Come on. We ate FRAM. We ate FRAM. They ate us. Look at the away end rammed. Let's go. Did Carl get the assist? Carl never does anything. I don't believe it. I don't believe... Carl has done something. That doesn't happen often. Also, this song is a banger. This is just a proper catchy bop. Right. I kind of want to change stuff, but I don't have players to change it. I'm bringing Asamoah. I'm doing it. Powson is struggling today. Let's bring in Yullison. Oh, we've got a free kick. Who's taking it? Who's over it? For Howson. He's already got one. Great save by the keeper. Come on, lads. Ah, it's gone just wide. Everything's fine. I'm calm. IPV are still winning. I mean, a draw is okay because it means IPV catch FRAM. As long as we don't lose, we're okay. They've had one shot on target. We've not been great either. It's not been a great game. Don't you dare, Football Manager. We are going to have a falling out if you let them score here. Number 21 back post. They've hit the crossbar. It's fine. I'm calm. Everyone else calm? Oh, Grind. Oh, no. I feel angry. I want to have a tantrum. It was number 21 at the back post. I called it on the last one. He was open previously. Fuckity. Sorry, Mum. Didn't mean to swear. It was an accident. There's 2 minutes left. Why am I even bothering with this? Why am I even this literally not going to lead to anything. Well, that has gone about as badly as it could have gone, ladies and gentlemen. That has gone about as badly as it could have gone. We play IBV in our next game. If we lose that, they close the gap on us to 4 points. With 4 games left of the year. I'm not having fun. We've been so comfortably top and now it's getting close again. Okay, we've got 6 days. 6 days. I want you all to go and have a lay down and think about what you've done. Or not done, as the case may be. Imagine how much we'd be bossing the league if we had our star striker and he wasn't out for the whole season. I'm still upset about this injury, by the way. In case you can't tell, still, I'm not upset about it, I promise. 2 goals and an assist in 2 league games, then he got injured for 10 months. The second place is automatic promotion. He's not very injury prone, Barak. He's only slightly injury prone. The red icon you're looking at is actually just because he's got a long-term injury. That's why it's bright red. I mean, to be fair, at this level, you get a lot of injury-prone players anyway, because it's one of the reasons why they fall down the leagues. Selfos won as well. They are not out of this yet. And they won 5-1. What is the league sorting rule? Is it head-to-head? Is it head-to-head? Goal difference, then goals scored. So there's no head-to-head. We have a good goal difference, right? Oh, FRAM's is better. Ah! And if we lose against IBV, it could swing again. I'm calm. Is everyone else calm? I feel stressed. We could have had the title wrapped up with a win in that last game and in this one. So if we win here, we'll go 9 points ahead with 4 games left. We'll still be in an amazing position if we win here. What's this banger of a song? This is Afterlife by Holding Absence. Is there any mod around? Any mods in the house? Spurright, are we here? I saw Lou Boy earlier. Spurright, if you are here, can we get a prediction on this game against IBV? This is a must-win one. This is a must-win one. Will we beat IBV? We're at home for it. We should beat them. But that's not how football works. If we beat them, promotion's not guaranteed, but it looks good. If we lose, panic. Also, have we had our youth intake yet? Have I missed our youth intake? No. So at some point in this month... Oh, we got a bid for our backup goalkeeper of $5,000. Get him out my club. Kick him to the curb. Get him out of here. Who bid on him? Fredrikstad. Norwegian club. You can have him. He's not a bad goalkeeper, but I can't pay him £250 for it. See you later, Barrack. Take care. Thank you for hanging out and being active in the chat, my dude. Will we beat IBV, chat? Prediction is live in the chat right now. They are currently in third. We're in first. We're coming off the back of a pretty gutting defeat. Our second defeat of the season. Recent form isn't great, but after this game, the fixtures do ease up a little bit. Our last 4 games are Vestry in 11th, Grotter in 6th, 4 in 9th, and Viking are in 10th. So even if we lose this, it's not the biggest of disasters, but it does open up the door where we probably do need to win all the games that we should win. Do I have another backup goalkeeper? So yeah, I do have another backup goalkeeper. I've got Georgeson here, who isn't good, but like if I needed a backup goalkeeper, he could do the job. The reality is that this guy's on £250 a week, which is literally like 5% of our wage budget. Like on a backup goalkeeper, it just makes no sense. Come on, IBV, Waldo, you traitor. I want to check. Who's predicted what here? Pet Boy of Securisu's put 15k on no. Don't like that. Boydie. Shout out to Boydie. 43k just about on yes, I will win. Go do it for you, Boydie. Go do it for the believers. All right, I think we're going to go with Yullison at centre mid. He's not played great there all year. Maybe I'm playing him as a centre mid on defend rather than a ball winner. Maybe that's the play. Also, do we play Asamoah Gyan? I feel like we have to. He's coming back in, everyone. The king has returned. I'm still upset about the loss to FRAM. I'll be honest, chat. I really hate FRAM. Right. We should win this. We should win this. And if we win this, we're not mathematically up, but we're in a very good position to go up. I'm calm. FRAM are winning 2-0. FRAM are winning 2-0. They're up to top. They've got above us. Asamoah Gyan. To the right back, Jonsson. There's 2 Jonssons in the middle. The second best can't get there. Good Johnson wins it. Carl, full house, and he scored in the last game. Gian, right back Johnson. What a goal. What a goal. That's biblical. Johnson to Johnson, the Johnson combo. Oh, we take that. Gian involved in it. Their defensive setup there was a complete mess. That ball in, though, is really nice. And the finish on the volley, that was magnifique, as the French say. I think the French say that. If you're a French viewer, do you say magnifique casually? Maybe that's like an old French word. It'd be like calling something wicked. What's the modern word for magnifique in France? Older people would call something wicked in English. Now you call it sick. What's the French equivalent of the word sick for like a cool way of something saying something's good? Oh my god, we've scored again. It's the other Johnson, set up by the Johnson. Bloody hell. That is stupendous. Absolutely stupendous. What was that? It's right back Johnson again. Right back Johnson. So the three Johnsons all involved in these goals so far. You wonder why I'm getting them all muddled up. We have to give them their own little nicknames. They're so prominent in our team. Always rated Johnson. Always rated Johnson. Oh my word. Carl, don't do anything stupid, Carl. You've already been sent off once and it annoyed me. The second best Johnson. Where are we going? Oh, he's gone to the other Johnson. Should have scored that. That was the easiest chance we've had all game. I should just get a team of Johnsons. That's actually a very good plan, Mario. That's what I should do. If I can just... Maybe I can just clone them all. I mean, does Good Johnson count as one of the Johnsons? I don't know how it works. Okay, 2-0 up at the break. We're in cruise control. What, 45 minutes? We're blowing them away. Who cares if FRAM win? It's all irrelevant. Although FRAM are bolstering their goal difference, I realise, and their opposition have had a man sent off. So that does actually help them out a little bit. Imagine if they come back now. No, let's not imagine it. We don't need to imagine that. No. Just gonna. I want to go and lie down. You know what? The standing up desk was a good phase. I need to sit down for what's left of this. I might pass out. Bloody hell. That was good, wasn't it? That was good. Oh, balls. Don't you dare, Football Manager. Don't you dare have them score 2 to start this half. I'm calm. Everything's fine. FRAM are winning 3-0. All my homies hate FRAM. Is it just me or has there been bangers tonight? I feel like you get better long shots and like better crazy efforts in the lower leagues of Iceland than I get in Park to Prem at the top level. Johnson, Gian, Carl. Oh my word. I mean, you know what? When it fell to Carl, I realised it wasn't going to go in. But all the build-up was lovely. Well, I think we have the best defensive record in the league, NJ Starling. I know we do concede a few, but I don't think our defence is bad. We don't really keep clean sheets, but we don't ship a load of goals in games. There's not many games where we've conceded more than one. He says they concede more than one. This song is far too upbeat for this moment. No, we're not having a punk. Not right now. Not right now. Oh, this is a better song. Let's listen about a dystopian future and how power corrupts everything. Anyway, it's 2-2. I can ride my bike with no handlebars. Right, Juliusson, get off for the other Juliusson. Wait, we have 2 Juliussons. How long have we had 2 Juliussons? That's the good Juliusson. Who's the Juliusson I put on? Oh, of course, it's that Juliusson. Are they like relatives? He's a supporter of Fjolnir. I rate that. I'm changing the defense. I've had enough. I'm not calm, everyone. Imagine if we lose this from here and then don't go up. 2-0 up at halftime and we bottled it. They've done nothing. We've created more than them even in this second half. Oh, FRAM are about to go top. I mean, a draw's okay. A draw's fine. I'll take the draw. I mean, with 4 games left of the season, it's not done, is it? It's just not done with 4 games left of the season. Especially now Selfoss have just won 3-0. Like, they've swung their goal difference in their favour. What's this song? It's Flowbot's Handlebars. Oh, pain. At least the right back Jonsson did well. Never voting for you to win again. Come on, FRAM. Less of that. That is harsh. That is unnecessary. Oh, chat. We're going to end today's stream on the youth intake. What are we hoping for? What do we want to see here? I'd quite like some attacking playmakery centre mids. Like, we have good facilities. We have really good facilities at this club. Are we doing the thing with my phone? Are we doing the thing with our phone? More Jonssons, please. I'd happily have more Jonssons. Right, chat. For people who've never been here for a youth intake before. You might be wondering, how does this work? Well, I load up my own stream on my phone and then pause it. So right now I've got the stream up. And I'm literally going to stare at the chat's reaction to judge the youth intake. So please let me know how good it is. I want scores out of 10, emotions portrayed through emotes, whatever you want to do. I'm about to click on it. Please be good. Right, I've clicked on it, chat. Chat, give me the review. RIP, OMG, great, F, awfully okay, wow, fire, yikes. Oh dear, 10, pog, meh, 7, need more Jonssons. 7 to 10, holy poggers. Decent winger. I don't need a winger, I play narrow. Crazy, decent, I've seen worse. 1 elite top talent. Extreme. Right, let's see what we've got. Okay. Okay. I realize I probably should have scrolled down, shouldn't I? So you guys could see what was below. Why are the best players both right wingers? Why are they all right wingers? Right, what have we got? Do we start at the bottom or the top? Wait, there's a guy here with 2 current ability. I mean, he's not bad. He's Jonsson. It's a Jonsson. Is it? It's a Jonsson. He wants 5 quid. Does he think we're made of money? We'll give him it. Sigurd Jonsson. Sign him immediately. Right, we'll go through the 2-star players in this area. Okay, he's not good. Inarsson? No. Okay, so the 1-star players are useless, is what I'm learning here. So besides Sigurd Jonsson, all the other players down here we'll probably not sign. Okay, are you ready, chat? First player is Birkir Christiansen. I'm trying to find a positive. I mean, he's quick. He's quick. He plays on the wing, and I don't play with wingers, which is not ideal. But we can probably make it work. Not wowed, right? Not wowed. Okay, next player, Elliot Finnbogi Löversen. Two determination I hate. I mean, good tackling, good positioning. He could be an okay centre-back in the future. He's only 15 now. Am I smoking something, or could he be a good centre-back? He could be a good centre-back, right? Get him a bit quicker. Just as a reminder, so in Iceland, in your senior team, 8 of your players have to be homegrown at club. So you do actually need to sign homegrown at club players. Okay, we've got 2 players left. There is a right winger who looks very good, and there's another right winger who could maybe be trained to play centre mid. Let's see if he's any good. First one, Magnus Mar Oskarsson. He is dead. He is deader than Niram's trim, isn't he? Sorry, FNG, I shouldn't go for you like that. He is dead. I mean, he's quick. He's bad. He is bad. Niran's trim's worse. I mean, that, you know what? I didn't want to say it, but it was close. They're close. He's not good, is he? I mean, we'll give a contract because it's a fiver, but it's not good. Okay, we've got 1 player left, chat. Can he save the draft of players this year? Birgit Eggertson. Oh, the goalkeeper. We forgot about the goalkeeper. Good hair. And ambitious. Underwhelmed. Anyone else underwhelmed? I mean, isn't... Oh, did I just clicked on the wrong guy there, chat. I think we've just seen spoilers. He's not very good, is he? Right. Let's look at Eggertson. I did get a sneak peek at him here. Right, how tall is this guy? He's a giant! Okay, are we ready, chat? Eggertson. Why are they all unambitious? One sec. Why are they all unambitious? It's not because of the personality of the head of youth development. I mean... I don't play with wingers. But 20 aggression and 13 flair. Would that work great? Okay, chat, hear me out here. Okay, hear me out, but... Right wing back? Maybe not with two concentration. It was a better idea in my head. He's got 4 crossing. He's not great. I mean, we'll give him a contract because I feel like we're legally obliged to or something. But probably one for the B team. So I'll level with you, chat. First intake. Some of you said like 7s and stuff. Wrong. Incorrect. That was a 1. It can't be worse than that, can it? It can't be worse. He's got so many low technicals, even in stuff that kind of matters as a winger. I just feel sad. I just feel sad. Right, gang, we are going to wrap things up there for today because it's getting a little later and I've still got to sort out tomorrow's Part to Prem video. Obviously, on Thursday, as I mentioned, the network game, I don't think is happening. I don't know if that's been confirmed yet. But if it's not happening, I'll be live with this instead from kind of 9 PM. maybe slightly sooner than usual. I'm looking forward to seeing how this season ends. It's close. If we win a couple of games, we should be good, and then we really can start the planning for the new season. I appreciate you guys hanging out today, as always. Obviously, it's good to get back in the rhythm with streaming after a little while without it, and in case you can't tell, I'm really enjoying this save game at the moment. It's been really, really good fun so far, and I like our team. I'm falling in love with our team. Anyway, we are going to go and raid over. I'm just trying to look at who is live right now. Where are we going? Where are we going to raid? You know what? Let's head over to the one and only Mr. Viking Dan. Let's head over to the one and only Viking Dan. If you want to get in the Asamojian copy pasta, I think it works if I type that in. Please copy that. Please just copy that in. As we go into Dan's chat and show him a load of love. I know he's doing his new thing, the Journey Dan. It's like Journeyman, but his name's Dan. I know, Dan is a genius. That's what I thought when I saw it. Anyway, folks, I'm going to leave things there for today. There's no stream tomorrow because the Conference League final, so enjoy watching that. We're back on Thursday with more streaming, either the network game or this, depends on what's happening. And then on Friday, we're going to be live slightly later at night. Either way, I hope to catch you guys for then. Thank you for hanging out today. Parts Prem was up today already, and there's, of course, an episode tomorrow. And yeah, I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Take care, folks.